explanation. I'm going to share my screen with you, and now I know that we've already had, well, President's Day is coming on Monday, so kind of in honor of President's Day, and I should have actually done this before Inauguration Day that we had, but this is kind of dealing with inauguration of the history of inaugurating presidents. Now, again, I just want you to know that this is not any type of, my lesson is not in any way trying to discuss like the political issues that were happening that are happening at the time. It's just focusing on, it's not focusing on which side you're on, you know, Democratic or Republican, or which president you liked. It's not on that at all. It is about just filling you in on what inauguration is, okay? So that's what the point of this is focusing on that. So the first thing you're going to do, well, you probably want to start with this first one, and I should have put do first on this, so I think I'm going to do this. The first one is an actively learn assignment. It's the interesting history of presidential inaugurations. So you're going to sign into actively learn, and it didn't do, like this. So you're going to sign in through Google. So Braden, this is for you. I know for sure that you're in. So you'll sign in through Google and your school email. So what you're going to do is, as you read, ask yourself, why are presidential inaugurations important? All right. So you're going to go through here and find out about the interesting history of presidential inaugurations. Now you might say, I don't think it's interesting at all, but this just kind of brings up why it all started, what's expected in it, that kind of thing. So you're going to read through this. The highlighted words kind of show you like definitions, that kind of thing on the side. If you're not if you don't want to read it and you want it read to you, there's a thing on the, I think it's this, I don't know what it is, no, it's notes. You'll have another thing on the top right of your screen that will let it be read to you. So you're going to go through here and learn about the interesting history of it. It's a requirement from our Constitution that because president every 4 years is sworn into office, they have to have an inauguration ceremony. And then you're going to go through, answer some multiple choice questions, and then you're going to read some facts. There's about 12 interesting facts about the different inaugurations. So you're going to read through those facts, and there's 12 of them. They might answer some questions. And then on the last one, these are the 2 questions as we get through the end. So at the end, these are the 2 that I want to focus on. Okay, I'm going to start being really firm on these, on your short answers. All right, now if you go through and you realize, ooh, I messed up bad on this, I'd like to go back and fix my grade. Like if you're not happy with your grade, just let me know and I can allow you to revise your answers and let you back in to fix it. Just know you're not stuck with that grade. If it says a blue incomplete in Power School, you need to make sure you go in and take the opportunity to fix it for a better grade. So these are the things you're going to answer. Why are presidential inaugurations important? I need at least 1 sentence for that. 1 complete sentence, capital period. How do some of the more unusual ones emphasize the importance and purpose for having them? Cite at least 2 examples from the articles to support your argument. So how come there's some unusual things that happen at inaugurations? Why do these things, what was interesting to read about? Why is it important to have them? All right. So you need 2 examples from the article that show why it's important to have them. What has happened during them that it's important? Okay. And those have to be at least, that 2 examples has to be at least 2 sentences. So you need 3 sentences total. These short answers are very important because there's not a lot of questions. So your short answers are very important. You answer them thoroughly. And then this question 5 is, from the 12 facts listed above, which one did you think was most interesting or funny or unusual or unbelievable, and why? Whenever it asks your own opinion, always answer those and always answer them thoroughly because it's your own opinion. There's no right or wrong unless you don't use capitals or periods or you don't answer it thoroughly. So this needs to be at least 2 sentences. Which one did you think was the coolest, or a couple of them? Which one did you really like? You thought it was really interesting? Please don't put slash marks in your answer. Just say it was most unusual, or it was unbelievable, or it was funny, or it was interesting because, and it needs to be at least 2 sentences. Does everybody understand this one? And if not, and if you're like, I'm not quite sure, answer what you think and ask me about it later. Submit it and I'll let you know if it's not okay. And I'll put comments, and then you can check your grade in PowerSchool. And if you don't like the grade, you can fix it. So this is the next assignment. This is the one that will take a while to do. Okay, so we're pretending that this inauguration hasn't happened. It has happened, the 2021. And again, we're not focusing on who won, who didn't. So we're focusing on the parts of the inauguration. All right, so you're going to view this slideshow. I'm going to kind of walk you through the slideshow. All right, this notes and assignment, I've made one of these for each of you. So what you'll do is you can look through here and see what you need to fill in. This is what gets turned in. You're going to answer these boxes. So my notes and observations on inauguration celebrations, traditions, and other highlights. Here's a hint. Look for questions on slide 3. So on slide 3, you're going to address that. Answer the questions in this box. Responses to questions for Angelo's poem. Okay, there's going to be a slideshow about Maya Angelou and her poem. There's 4 questions. You're going to answer it here. And then this third box is responses to questions for Blanco's poem. There's another poet they have on their reading, and you're going to answer 4 questions about that. That's going to go here. Okay, I'm going to show you what those are. I'll go back to this last one here in a second. So you're going to go here. Okay, so it tells you the notes and observations. The first box is worth 10. The 2 poem boxes are worth 10 each. So that's a total of 30 points. All right, so you're going to click on this slideshow. This is the slideshow that you're going to watch. And if you have any questions, you can ask me, look through it. And after watching it and you're still not sure, remember, I'll see you on Wednesday, or we can do Google Meet. So slide 2, an inauguration is the beginning or introduction of a system, a policy, or a period. Okay? So it's a new time period. So we're in a new period here. We're in a new time period with a different president. So that's what an inauguration. Okay? So this is slide 3. This is what I was talking about. That first box. At the start of every new presidency in the United States, an inauguration ceremony takes place. This ceremony most vitally contains the swearing in of the new president and vice president. The ceremony also contains special events such as musical performances, poetry readings, dances, and special guest appearances. Why do they do those things? Okay, so these are the questions you're going to answer. Why do you think it's important to mark the beginning of something new? Why so much fuss on this day? Why is it such a big deal? Those questions you're going to answer in that first box. Okay? Or any other observations you want to make about it. Okay, these are some highlights that you can click on. And so I guess Beyonce sang the national anthem in 2013 so they ask people to like sing a song, have a poetry, well, you'll kind of see. I didn't know that though. And then at the Trump inauguration 4 years ago, this gal, Jackie Evancho, she sang the national anthem, if you want to click on those. Here's an example here of John F. Kennedy, if you want to hear his inauguration speech. Okay, and then they have little just kind of little interesting facts. The longest address took nearly 2 hours, the speech. And the shortest presidency belongs to William Henry Harrison. This is interesting. He didn't wear a coat. It's in January when they do the inauguration. He didn't wear a coat, which he got a cold, turned into pneumonia, and he died 30 days after his inauguration. I thought that was interesting. And then down here, it just gives a lot of the presidents every year, they wore top hats, kind of like Abraham Lincoln's top hats. But the last president to do that was John F. Kennedy. So you can kind of listen to those, read through those. Okay. Oh, sorry. I forgot about that. Oh, then this one's on. Sorry. So obviously the national anthem is sung, that kind of thing. Okay, so we're going to go to slide 5. So this is the second box. You're going to analyze this poem by Maya Angelou. If you want to hear her read it, you can click on there. You're going to answer these questions. Describe the tone of the poem. How does it make you feel? You're going to answer that. If you want to, in that box, I'd put number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. That way it's really clear that you answer all those questions. Okay? When the poet refers to the rock, what is she metaphorically? It's a comparison. What's she referring to? Okay, a rock, a river, a tree. Interesting. But today the rock cries out to us clearly, forcefully, come, you may stand upon my back and face your distant destiny. Just take a guess. What do you think it means? Or ask your parents, what do you think it means? Or we can talk about it on Wednesday in class. Number 3, what is the poem suggesting about the future, the past? So you need to answer those. It is in the future, it is suggesting. In the past, it is suggesting. And then number 4, do a quick Google search. Type in Maya Angelou. Why do you think she was selected? And what is unique or special about her? I think she was selected because of this. What makes her special is this. Okay? So you need to make sure you answer all those 4 questions. And then this poet, Richard Blanco, he read a poem at Barack Obama's inauguration. Okay, you're going to read and you're going to answer those same questions about him on the 3rd slide. Okay, then this comes to your 4th, your next assignment, the other slide. So this is the scenario. You've been hired to work on the 2021, and I know it already is passed, but you've been hired to work on it. The planning day committee. There are 3 important jobs to get done, and you have your choice in what you'd like to work on for the team. This activity is not asking you to demonstrate an endorsement of a political party or a person. Okay, we're not asking you to do that. We're just asking you to tap into your creativity in marking a ceremonial beginning of a new beginning at this time in history. Your artistic selection should be reflective on your art. So make sure whatever you choose to do, you need to reflect on our past struggles as a nation and look forward to the new beginning. That's the important thing to remember. Think about the past, okay? Past struggles and looking at a new beginning. Excuse me, I have something in my eye. Okay, so these are the things you're going to choose from. Option 1, your job is to, if you have a love for, you like music, you're going to choose, it says 3, but you're only going to do 2. You're going to select 2, 3 songs, I'm sorry. 3 songs. Who's going to sing the national anthem? Choose who you think, and why did you choose that person? What do they represent? I choose blank to sing the national anthem. Second, choose a song at the beginning of the ceremony before the swearing in. Why does this song fit in the ceremony? Why'd you pick it? And then you have to choose a 3rd song to play at the conclusion of the ceremony. Why does this song fit in the ceremony? Why did you pick it? So if you're into songs, choose option 1, 3 songs. Option 2, if you like poetry, what poem? You're only going to choose 1 poem. What is the poem that will be performed before the swearing-in ceremony? Take time to research the poet. They have to be living. Okay, and the poem itself. The poet and the content of the poem must work at multiple levels for this momentous occasion. It should address the theme. So your poem needs to deal with beginnings, renewing, starting over, unity, anything like that. Okay, make sure it's not too long of a poem and it can't be too short. Kind of look at the lengths of the other poems you saw in the examples. And you need to, what mood do you want for the audience? Okay, so what's the mood? Probably it needs to be exciting, right? It needs to create people to get excited, okay? Or emotional. The 3rd option is if you like to write poetry, you can create your own poem. And it kind of tells you down here, okay? You could write your own poem for it. So where this goes is, I need to exit out of here. That goes here. I'm back at your notes and assignment sheet. So you're going to circle which one you're going to do. And then here's where you're going to put all your answers. Okay? So if you choose the 3 songs, you put option 1 in the box, or you can, I think you drag it over. Option 1, your 3 songs and artists, and explain underneath why you chose it. Option 2, the poem. Okay, you're gonna have to put the name of the poet, and you're gonna have to type the poem in here or copy paste the poem in there. I think it tells you to. If not, I have to be able to find it. I might have to look at the directions. So you'll have to, what is the poem? Yeah, I think you need to type it in there or copy paste it into there. Okay. If it doesn't fit, just create a new slide and add the slide with the poem in there. All right. Or if option 3, if you want to write your own poem, just type it in there and give. Okay. So those are the assignments. I know it's kind of a lot, but I am here to help you. All right. So I'm going to stop recording.